Nana, I realized that you were reacting to what Madam Ayana was saying.
No, I'm very quiet this morning. Good morning to you and good morning to your viewers. Auntie, good morning. You see, this thing didn't start today. And I believe the fulcrum of our conversation goes around the video that was viral.
Exactly, with the assistant headmaster's hand on the breast, fondling
so I am
the breast
saying
and all
that,
of that.
who took that video? Do you get me? Then, yes, maybe the MP has apologized and everything. But looking at the other side, was there consent? Who took that video? That the assistant headmaster's hand on the breast, and the girl did not pull the hand away.
No.
And took a video and it went viral.
And laughing.
And laughing. Was it not consent?
I'm trying to get the point you're making.
I'm just trying to ask that who took that video in the first place?
So are you supporting the view of consent in
I
this
am
scenario?
saying that we should also check our girls.
How old is she anyway?
Do you get me? As we bash the older ones, we should also check our girls. Because I always say that if you are in that situation, we've been young girls before, and you resist. You go through some punishment, but that resistance makes you feel good. Do you get me? So nobody has asked the question, who took that video? And who sent it viral?
But the whole idea is that somebody in essence, she's a child. And so even if there was a supposed consent, that is still wrong.
I am saying that it is wrong, but I'm saying who took that video. So we need to check our girls. They want to get material things. Even when they haven't gotten to that stage. Do you get me? They watch social media videos and they see luxury out there. This social media is not helping us. So they see all these, some people will just flaunt their houses, some are AI generated, and when they see them, they become greedy. But we need to also, before a child goes to school, we need to also educate them. I want to say that this practice has not been there today. Teachers, male teachers, trying to sleep with female students. It is not today. Not to also talk about their own mates who rape them. And they don't talk about it. Beatrice, you see, everybody is talking about teenage pregnancy. Me, that is not my worry. Teenage pregnancy, you give birth to a human being. If you are serious, you go back to school. But if you contract HIV, you are doomed.
Or syphilis.
There is this, a doctor friend of mine said a young girl came to her and the girl looked wasted. Very beautiful girl. All the symptoms pointed to HIV, but she was praying in her heart that it is not it, but maybe something else. She did the test and that girl had HIV. She said she just could not, when she saw the results, she could not stand it. And you know the number of girls getting HIV these days? They are vulnerable. Nobody is watching their way. I also blame the headmasters. When they get the position as headmasters, they just sit and don't look. You see, when you have a lecturer's teacher, you should be able to see somewhat that this is a lecturer's one. So you need to deal with it. So if you're a headmaster of a school and you are not doing monitoring, finding out what is going on, house mistresses, house masters, instead of always being, the word is not coming, but being like people who are always on the children, beating them, shouting on them, you need to speak to them, put them in a corner, find out what is happening. If a child is in school and the child is not doing well, the child is not happy, as a house mistress or house master, you should know. You see, we are even talking about the ladies. What about the men? with all this homosexuality going on, what is happening to our boys? What is happening to our boys? We are seeing the girls, but what about our boys who cannot even come out and tell anybody? Maybe a teacher is touching a boy, a teacher is doing something. A teacher was touching a friend's son. Do you get it? And this boy was so depressed. So what is going on in that school, the boarding houses, what is going on, Beatrice? We need to really look at it. And as Auntie said, we the parents, we have left the raising up of our children to the teachers. We don't have time. Always going out hustling. But you need to have time. Me, I always have time for my children. My children are old. But even though I was busy, I'll make sure that you go to Sunday school. I make sure that we read the Bible. I'll make sure that we pray. I make sure that I put certain things in you for you to understand that there are things you cannot do. Do you get me? We have to make time, my dear, for our children.
And I want to read to you sexual harassment and misconduct policy as put out by the University of Ghana. Of course, what we are talking about is pre-tertiary.
Yes.
But the way the University of Ghana put it out, it seems like it covers whatever we are discussing. And it talks about definition of sexual harassment and other forms of sexual misconduct. And it says that this is defined as in sexual harassment as an unwelcome conduct of a sexual nature, including unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal, non-verbal, written, electronic, graphic, or physical conduct or behavior of a sexual nature when submission or a rejecting of such conduct is made either explicitly or implicitly a term or condition of an individual's employment, academic standing, or participation in an educational program or activity. But I want to read this to you because of a point you made earlier, that sexual relationships that occur in the student-teacher context or in the context of employment, supervision, or evaluation present special problem. These types of sexual relationships are especially vulnerable to exploitation due to the difference in power and the respect that are often present between a teacher and a student, a supervisor and a subordinate, or a senior and junior colleague. As a result of this power differential, a student's voluntary participation in a sexual relationship with an individual in a position of power does not on its own demonstrate that the conduct was welcome. And you made a point about the young girl laughing.
Yeah, why are you laughing?
Yes, but again, this explains it clearly that because of the positioning of the individuals involved, irrespective, the person with the higher authority should rather be considered as somebody who probably didn't take the responsibility as he should be. And that's why I want to come to you on that.
Why should you, little girl, laugh when an older man puts his hand on your breast?
So I'm saying, assuming that these children are coming from homes where people are not guiding them as to what to do, you expect that people in such authority will be tougher and ensure the right things are done.
I am saying that that young girl, there are things I don't want to say, but we are dealing with a certain yes. I even go beyond schools to older men who chase younger women. A friend of mine took a daughter to a Legon. When she got to the hall, the man said, "Take your child back home." The porter. Yes. The porter told my friend that take your child back home.
Why?
Yes. Because the porter said that the things that happen here, it is not good for the eyes. He actually told my friend things that cannot be said here. How these young girls are taken out by older men.
Yeah. And it's in society.
Yes, buying cars for them. They don't learn. I mean,
it's true.
This is from a porter, so I don't have, there's no evidence to the fact. So I can't say it publicly.
Sex for grades.
Yes. I mean, it is going on. So I believe that as you see, when God created Adam, he said something that sometimes we take it for granted. He looked at him and said, "This one cannot be alone. So it means we, the stronger species, always we should make sure that our daughters are protected. I've said it in different words. I cannot come out and say, but this one I'm talking about reality. Reality that happens on the ground. Do you get me? There are girls, you see, the home plays a lot. I mean, a bigger role. Because there are girls even who are very poor. But if you make the attempt to even go close, they will reject you outright. There are girls who are from rich homes. Look, I have a friend there who went to a party. This friend has bought a car for the daughter. This friend is rich. Then he went to a friend's party and his daughter came there as an escort. His own daughter, who is in Legon, as what Auntie said.
Bring the bus.
Yes, in her bus came as an escort. The girl lacks nothing.
Peer pressure.
I think we need to take our time and have a holistic view of what it is. It is very dangerous because some of these girls even go out in the night to prostitute while their parents are at home. What is going on is very, very dangerous. And the aspect of HIV, the number of young girls who are getting HIV and the number of these girls who are spreading the disease because they are angry that somebody has somebody has given them a disease. Because right now there's no education on the usage of condoms.
They've stopped.
They have stopped because the Global Fund is talking about stigma. And there's no education on being infected. And people are being infected. Go to the AIDS Commission. The kind of data they have is horrendous. And everybody is looking away. How do you even know that this teacher has something like that? And he's also angry. I mean, we have to look into this matter very well. How do we know? How do we know that it is not that teacher alone in the school doing that?
Security men.
Security men.
School security.
School security. Sleeping with girls who allow them to leave the school, go out at night. Because they want to go out and do their own thing, they will sleep with the security. The security will allow them to go as payment.
Yeah.
How do you, I mean, it is so terrible that we need to really put the thing right there on the table and, I mean, dissect it. And we should not leave the girls out. We should not leave the boys out. Yes, an older man should have a responsibility, but we have the bigger responsibility because if a man touches you and you say no, it is no. The man cannot do anything. Anybody who tells me that he can, what can he do? He will fail you in your grades. Your life will be uncomfortable, but you will keep your dignity. Do you get me? Me as a young girl, I faced this thing so much. That is why I stopped journalism. Because everywhere I went, I would get a complimentary card. Then I saw the stress was too much. I said, okay, let me go and do PR. Do you get me? So you yourself should also have strategies to protect yourself. When I was a little girl, I used to always be in shorts and playing with boys. Do you get me? Always with the boys fighting.
Tomboy.
Yes. My grandmother called me and said, Nana Yaa Jantuah, you are a woman. Your friends are not boys. A woman has female friends. It stayed with me. Gradually, I moved away from that life. Do you get me? So family has, it is very encompassing. Family has a responsibility. Society has a responsibility. Government has a responsibility. Do you get me? Schools have a responsibility. Universities, even primary, the other one, the GHS. It is going on.
Yeah.
The primary one, there are people, teachers who touch the genitals of young boys. I'm telling you.
Perverts. We have them.
We have perverts touching young boys. Do you get me? Maybe this video has opened up the conversation. But we have in primary school teachers touching young boys. And when they come home, they are so down they can't even talk about it. The teachers keep touching these young boys. Do you get me?
I will come back to you, Nana Yaa Jantuah. Let me get